Alright guys, today's workout, Wednesday, March 16th. We'll have 3 rounds for time of 25 strict pull-ups, 50 push-ups, 75 air squats, and an 800-meter run, okay? With this one, that's a lot of reps of strict movements of push-ups and pull-ups. So if you needed to, you can modify the rep count for each round, maybe 15 reps, maybe 10 reps, whatever your capacity is with that. And I'll also show you some ways that we can modify those movements to make it achievable where you can get that full range of motion in, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is warm up that lower body some, get the blood flowing, and then get right into this one because it's gonna be a longer workout. First thing you're gonna do, with a plate, you're going to do some single leg calf raises. So have the balls of your feet onto the plate. From here, making sure your heel goes down as far as you feel comfortable, all the way up, and then back down. We're doing 10 controlled reps per side. If you don't have a barbell or a plate out, maybe you can use some stairs or a curb. And then switch, same thing, 10 more. I like to put my other foot on the back side of my calf. And then relax from there. From there, you'll also need a foam roller for today's workout besides your plate. We're gonna get some foam rolling in for your quads. It's gonna be about 60 seconds per side. So I'm just gonna lay flat on my belly, have the foam roller right underneath the front side of my leg up top in that quad area. I'm just gonna roll back and forth, bend my knee a little, find a spot that might just be a little tight, maybe all the way up into that hip flexor, maybe a little lower, right above the knee. You can go into that inner thigh some if you wanted to. You can go to that outer side. Just find something that's challenging for you today. About 30 more seconds. That should be good. Let's go ahead and switch. Same thing on the other side. One side might be a little tighter than the other. Be aware of that. About 15 more seconds on this side. And stand tall. Let's stretch it out and loosen up some. Next thing we'll do, actually back down to the ground, is a forearm stretch, okay? So for this one, we have a couple of different options. You can rotate through, see what works best for you. But you're gonna be on your hands and knees, and then you're gonna have those fingertips facing outward. You're gonna lean that shoulder over those fingertips on one side and the other. And we're gonna freestyle some different positions and see whatever works best for you for about 45 seconds to a minute. From here, you can have those fingertips face back towards your knees. You can kind of do the same thing, rocking back and forth, stretching out those forearms. Those strict pull-ups will definitely get challenging. also go to the back of the wrist and the same thing. Stretching out more of that front side of that forearm. Find something that works best for you there. Next thing we're gonna do is come down to the bottom of the squat and hold it there for about 60 seconds. Since my squat isn't as super strong hanging out at the bottom, I'm gonna use some assistance with the vertical post. And I'm just going to hang out at the bottom, making sure that my heels get as close to my butt gets as close to my heels as possible, keeping that upright torso. I can also take my elbows, push them with the inside of my knees, start to loosen up those hips as I hang out here for 1 minute. After your minute, staying tall. Next thing we're gonna do is find a spot against the wall. We're gonna do some windmills or some full circles, stretching out those shoulders some. Against the wall, my shoulder is gonna be as close to the wall as possible. I'm gonna keep my arm up into the air. And from here, I'm gonna take full circles, trying not to lean over to the side, but find if you need to take some room off the wall, that's fine. Bringing that arm up and around and over. Reaching up, walking that hand around as far as you can. If it's not super challenging for you, then bring that hand or that hip closer to the wall. And up and around, all the way to your leg, forward and backwards. Let's go ahead and get 10 per side. Just walking that hand around. After 10 per side, we're going to stretch out that thoracic spine some, with something against the wall again. So now you're going to have one arm out in front of you. You're going to touch both hands out in front. Rotate. Try to get your shoulder to touch and that hand to touch the wall behind you, and then slowly bring it forward again. We're going to get 10 of these per side as well. And after 10 on one side, we'll switch to the other. Same thing. Alright guys, shake it out, loosen up some. Talk about some points of performance as you rest, getting ready for today's workout. So for the pull-ups, again, we're trying to find that full range of motion for that whatever's challenging for you. So if you have bands, you can go ahead and utilize those, or I'll show you two different ways that you can do a modification of a pull-up to see if that works best for you, okay? So right now I have a barbell rack out with a barbell on it, and we can either have your feet out in front of you to simulate some lightening the load for yourself, or having your tippy toes on the ground just to have some added support so you can get that full range of motion in a pull-up. So my hands are still going to be in that pull-up position, my feet are out in front of me, and I'm still going to try to get my chin up and over that bar. So you can try those, or you can modify that to a kneeling position, being on those tippy toes, and again, trying to get that full range of motion, okay? Next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and talk about push-ups and how to modify those. So sometimes we've gone through some elevated push-ups. Today I want you to just challenge yourself by lessening that full range of motion. So you can grab a mat or an ab mat or something soft for a target area and a plate, and you're still going to start off in that plank out position. And now we're just lowering our body till our chest makes contact with that elevated position. Okay? So again, modifying the reps, maybe you want to do 25 per round, which is still a substantial amount compared to 50, or a number that you're willing to stick with each and every time, okay? So go ahead and loosen up a little bit more, and we'll get started with today's workout. Let me know how you guys do in the comments below.